Why don't you guys have everything ready before I start? Anyways, okay, here we go. Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning. When it comes to Saturday mornings, no character, not even Mickey Mouse, can rival the success of the white-gloved wisecracking Bugs Bunny. The carrot-munching cottontail with the mashup Brooklyn Bronx dialect ushered in and then dominated the golden era of Saturday morning cartoons. But the wascally wabbit made his showbiz debut long before the invention of television as a goofy antagonist for Porky Pig in the 1938 Warner Brothers animated short, Porky's Hare Hunt. Although he was an unnamed character in the piece, the film proved pivotal for his cinematic development. Joseph Benson Bugsby Hardaway served as the storyboard artist and co-director for Porky's Hare Hunt. A fellow employee labeled his early sketch "The Rabbit Bugs Bunny," and his name stuck. Between 1945 and 1964, nearly every animation director at the Warner Brothers cartoon studio worked with Bugs, most famously Chuck Jones, Friz Freleng, and Robert Kimpson. They were divided among us because we made about 12 a year, says Freleng. I did 4 or 5, Chuck did 5, Bob did 3, because if one person did all of Bugs Bunny, we wouldn't have the time to do anything else. So I would do 5 Bugs Bunnies, maybe 4. Tweeties or some Daffy Ducks, a couple of other characters. Altogether, we were doing 30 cartoons a year. Each of these various directors contributed to Bugs' evolving look and personality. As Freleng explains, so they were all Bugs Bunny, but I can tell the difference between mine and the other animators. It's like looking at someone's handwriting and yours. You can tell the difference. To this end, Jones gave Bugs triangular eyes, flexible eyebrows, and developed Bugs' suave intellectual attitude. What's up, Doc? Freleng recalls Chuck was a reader, and it crept into his cartoons. He was using clever dialogue for gags, and I think that sometimes his lines were a little above the head of the audience in which it was being played, especially the kid audience. It was also in Jones's 1941 animated short, Elmer's Pet Rabbit, that the character was first called Bugs Bunny on screen. Freleng's version of Bugs took Bugs' intellectualism even further, emphasizing the character's cunning personality. Freleng's Bugs is one who destroys Dippy Elmer Fudd's robot, helps police apprehend gangsters, Rocky and Mugsby, and wages a running battle through history against Yosemite Sam. I used the action or the personality of the character, but I didn't let him talk too much. The more human Bugs Bunny acts, the funnier he is. because Bugs is really not a rabbit. He is an abstraction. He has long ears and a tail, and we're establishing him as a rabbit, but he's like a human. Meanwhile, Kimson's Bugs appears as the bow-legged, physically aggressive bunny who violently square dances with two hillbillies bent on humiliating him for thwarting their hunting trips. Oh my gosh, in a hillbilly hair. I'll say that a bunch, like 3 times fast. Using what would become characteristic Merry Melody slapstick, Bugs pulls their ears, pokes their eyes, before leading them off a cliff. While these directors honed Bugs' look and attitude, radio comedian Mel Blanc supplied his trademark voice. It was clear to Blanc that the impotent rabbit needed an equally thorough accent, either Brooklyn or the Bronx. Blanc chose a combination of both. Nuances in his voice were further influenced by the 1934 film It Happened One Night. Freeling particularly liked the scene in which Clark Gable chomps a carrot while talking with Claudette Colbert. Blanc mimicked this by eating carrots while performing, munching and spitting them out as he recited the lines. And his talent went far beyond eating while talking. He went on to voice most of the supporting cast, earning him the title of a man with 1,000 voices. In a 1981 interview with David Letterman, Blanc acknowledged his versatility, explaining that they show me a picture of a character, and then they show me a storyboard. It shows what the character is going to do in the cartoon. From this, I have to create the voice. With the help of Blanc and other top creative talent, the pre-1948 Warner Brothers theatrical cartoons began airing on individual television stations around the country via syndication. By 1960, The Bugs Bunny Show debuted as a prime-time half-hour program on ABC. After 2 seasons, the networks moved it to Saturday mornings with sponsorship by General Foods. Each episode opened with a curtain raise, revealing the spotlighted stage into which Bugs and Daffy Duck entered, singing the show's rousing theme songs. This Is It by Jerry Livingston and Mac David. Operating under the premise that Bugs and his cohorts were filming a variety show before a TV audience, a procession of characters would then march across the stage, including Tweety Bird, Speedy Gonzales, Yosemite Sam, Sylvester the Cat, Elmer Fudd, Pepe Le Pew, and the Coyote, and his nemesis, the Roadrunner, Marvin the Martian, and yes, the Tasmanian Devil. Oh, and of course, who couldn't forget? I say, Foghorn Leghorn. Afterward, Bugs would participate in all kinds of comic misadventures with his zany pals in comic shorts. In 1968, CBS took over the series, coupling it with the popular The Roadrunner show to create the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Hour, combining sequences from both the link to the 7 cartoons featured in each episode. And in 1971, the Roadrunner show moved to ABC and reconstituted a half-hour Bugs Bunny show aired on CBS, featuring re-edited groupings of the cartoons. The show continued on ABC and CBS for nearly 30 years. 30 years. A variety of pairings, including Roadrunner, Sylvester, Tweety, and other Looney Tunes characters. In 2000, Warner Bros. Offered the Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies film library to Cartoon Network, a corporate cousin owned by Time Warner. As a result, the Bugs Bunny show ended its run of 4 decades, one of the longest in the history of network television. Bugs Bunny, that wascally wabbit, remains one of the most beloved cartoon characters of all time and has been featured on nearly every conceivable type of merchandising medium, from Pez dispensers to snow globes. And besides serving as the mascot for Warner Brothers itself, he helped recruit American troops to fight World War II via cartoons showing him squaring off against Adolf Hitler, Francisco Franco, Benito Mussolini. And according to the Guinness Book of World Records, Bugs, that's right, Bugs Bunny, holds the record for appearing in more films, short and feature length, than any other animated character. In 2002, TV Guide named him the #1 greatest cartoon character of all time. To what does Freeling attribute this longevity of Bugs and his animated cohorts? Because we made them personalities. They weren't just drawings. They weren't just animated cartoons. We created our own characters. We created a strong personality for each of them. Bugs Bunny had his own unique personality. Writing in the first person as Bugs, Looney Tunes writer Bob Clampett expounds on Bugs' one-of-a-kind personality. Nah, some people want to call me cocky and brash, but actually I'm just a self-assured, nonchalant, interpretable, contemplative when momentarily I appear to be cornered or in a dire danger and I scream, "Don't be discoined." It's actually a big put on. But let's face it, Doc. Let's face it, Doc. I've read the script and I already know how it turns out. Nah. What's up, Doc? Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, Merry Melodies, The Roadrunner Show, and of course, anything that has to do with Looney Tunes is what's important on a Saturday morning. It's Christmas in July. All you need to do to be a part of it, dial 901-569-5678. That's 901. Dial 901. Text 901. Text 901 to 804-569-5678. And you can vote for me for the best radio show, best morning radio show here in Richmond, Virginia. At Sam Newsman on Instagram. At Sam Newsman on Twitter. At Sam Newsman on Facebook. At Sam Newsman on Rumble. At Sam Newsman on YouTube. At Sam Newsman on TikTok. Sam Newsman. At Sam Newsman all over social media. And make sure you vote for us and vote for me for the best local morning radio show in Richmond, Virginia by our friends at the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Make sure you do it every day. You can do it once online and once via text. Set the standard, raise the bar. That's what we're trying to do here on the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.